Night fell thick as velvet, and the mountain castle slept. In her chamber of gold and silver, the young woman lay still, her heart pounding like a trapped bird. Beyond the door, heavy footsteps. The great white bear stepped in, his shadow stretching across the room. He crossed the floor in silence, then the bed dipped beneath his weight. She froze, every nerve alive, every thought screaming. But when her trembling hand brushed against fur no longer, it met skin, warm, human, and in the darkness beside her lay not a beast, but a man.
Welcome to Tales Around the World. Here we uncover the original versions of stories you may think you know. These are fairy tales that are not only beautiful, wise, and thrilling, but also at times gruesome and violent. These tales, passed down through generations, reveal the darker truths behind the folklore. Viewer discretion is advised, as some stories may contain themes not suitable for children under 13. So sit back, relax, and let us guide you through the magical, haunting, and unforgettable world of Tales Around the World.
In the far, frozen north, where the sun rose pale and cold and the moon hung low like a silver ghost, there lived a poor husband with too many mouths to feed and too little to fill them. But among his 3 beautiful daughters was one whose beauty no story could ever quite tell. Her eyes held starlight, her voice soothed storms, and her hair gleamed like threads of gold spun from dawn. One night, when the wind screamed around the cottage and the rain lashed the windows, 3 heavy knocks struck the pane. The father rose, his candle trembling in his hand, and opened the door. And there, towering in the storm, stood a great white bear, his fur glittering with frost.
Good evening to you.
Good evening.
Will you give me your youngest daughter? If you do, I will make you rich beyond your dreams. Gold, silver, and jewels shall fill your house.
The poor man hesitated, torn between fear and longing, but his daughter, pale and steadfast, refused. Still, her father's words gnawed at her, the family's hunger, their rags, their hopeless life. By the following Thursday, her heart broke beneath duty's weight. She washed her face clean of tears, gathered her small bundle, and when the white bear returned, she climbed upon his back. Through forests of snow and across rivers gleaming like glass, they travelled until at last the bear struck his paw against a mountain wall and a door opened in the rock. Inside lay a castle of gold and silver lit with 1,000 gleaming lamps.
Ring this for what you desire,
said the bear while handing her a silver bell. And at night, when she lay in silken sheets, a man came to her bed, unseen but real, gentle but mysterious. He vanished before dawn, and though her heart grew tender toward him, she never saw his face. After some time, loneliness crept through her like cold through stone. The only human she could sense in the palace was the man who came to her bedroom, but she never got to see him in the darkness, and he always vanished at the same time, before light came into the room. She therefore decided to ask the bear to see her family. When she begged to see her family again, the bear agreed, but warned her.
You may speak to them, but never to your mother alone. If you do, you will bring misery upon us both.
She promised, but promises are fragile things. Her mother, keen-eyed and suspicious, lured her into a private room and pried the secret from her lips.
A troll! You sleep beside a troll, child. Take this candle. See the truth for yourself, but beware. Let no wax fall upon him.
That night, when her unseen companion lay asleep, she struck the flint. The candle's flame revealed not a monster, but a prince, and one so beautiful he seemed carved from moonlight. Trembling with wonder, she bent to kiss him, and 3 drops of hot wax fell upon his shirt.
You have doomed us both,
he said, anguish in his voice.
Had you waited but 1 year, the curse would have ended. Now I must go to my stepmother's castle, east of the sun and west of the moon, and wed her troll daughter with the long nose.
His voice trembled, not with anger, but with sorrow. He then told her the cruel truth of his evil stepmother, who now ruled over all the trolls, had cursed him to live as a white bear by day and only return to human form at night. The enchantment could only be broken if a woman learned to love him without knowing his true form, love honest and blind to appearance. He looked at his beloved with heartbreak shining in his eyes.
I am lost,
he whispered. She cried out, begging to follow, but he was gone, and with him the castle and its splendor, leaving her alone upon a mossy green knoll in the heart of a dark forest. Determined to find him, she set forth on foot through wilderness and storm. For days she wandered until she came to a great mountain where an old woman sat, tossing a golden apple between her hands.
Do you know the way to the castle that lies east of the sun and west of the moon?
Ah,
said the crone, squinting.
So it's you who should have had him.
She lent the girl her horse and gave her the golden apple.
You will need this more than I,
she said.
Ride to my neighbor, perhaps she knows more. Strike the horse beneath its left ear when you reach her home, and it will return to me.
The girl rode onward, the wind biting her cheeks, until she reached another mountain where another old woman sat, carding her hair with a golden comb.
It lies east of the sun, west of the moon, far beyond mortal paths. Take my horse and this golden comb. Perhaps it will buy you what you most need.
She rode once more, for days upon days, through valleys of mist and rivers frozen in their flow, until she came to the third crone, ancient, blind, spinning at a golden wheel that hummed like a song.
I know not the way,
said the old woman,
but the winds might. Take my horse and this wheel, a gift of fate. Ask the east wind first.
The east wind whistled and howled when she found him, but said,
I have never blown so far.
He carried her to the west wind, who said the same, and brought her to the south wind.
You must go to my brother, the north wind,
she said.
He has blown to the ends of the earth. If anyone knows the way, it is he.
When they arrived, the sky darkened. The north wind's roar shook the mountains.
Who dares ask me for such folly?
I must reach the castle east of the sun and west of the moon. My love is trapped there, and I will not turn back.
I once blew an aspen leaf there,
he said,
and was so tired I could not move for days. But if you have no fear, I will take you.
I have none,
she said. He gathered her in his arms and swelled to a storm. Up they soared, through clouds, over oceans, past shattered lightning. Below them, forests flattened, ships splintered, and mountains cracked beneath his breath. The north wind grew weaker, his voice strained, and still they flew.
Are you afraid?
He bellowed.
I am not,
she shouted back through the wind. At last, when his strength failed, he dropped low, waves licking at her feet, and with his final burst, the wind flung her onto the rocky shore beneath the very walls of the troll castle. He then fell back, panting and pale as death.
You're near enough now,
he gasped.
The rest is yours alone.
At dawn, she sat beneath the castle's cold windows, turning the golden apple in her hand. The troll princess, pale and cruel, her nose long as a whip, leaned out and sneered.
What will you take for that apple, girl?
It cannot be bought. But grant me one night with the prince, and it's yours.
The troll princess agreed, smirking, but that night she slipped the prince a sleeping potion so strong he never stirred. The girl wept beside him, calling his name in vain. The next day she traded her golden comb for the same bargain, and was tricked again. But on the third day she sat spinning her golden wheel beneath the window. The princess, greedy for it, struck the same deal. This time, however, Christian folk imprisoned in the castle had overheard the girl's sobs the nights before and warned the prince. So, when the troll princess brought her sleeping cup, he only pretended to drink. That night, when the girl entered, he was awake, and joy burst through their sorrow. He clasped her hands.
You came. You found me. Tomorrow I am to marry the troll princess, but you can save me yet. I will demand that my bride wash the shirt marked with candle wax. No troll can cleanse it. Only one of Christian heart can. When she fails, I will name you as my bride.
Morning dawned grey and tense. The great hall filled with trolls, their eyes like burning coals. The stepmother, the wicked troll queen, tall and cold as ice, watched from her throne. Her smile sharp enough to cut, the prince stood before them all.
I will not wed until my bride proves her worth. Here is my wedding shirt stained with wax. Let her who can wash it clean be my wife.
Give it here!
The troll princess cried out while plunging the stained shirt into water. She scrubbed until her arms ached, but the more she washed, the blacker the stains grew. The queen snatched it, snarling.
Useless girl! Give it to me!
Yet her magic failed. The stains spread like shadows, growing darker, fouler. Every troll in the hall took a turn, and soon the shirt was black as coal.
You cannot even wash a shirt. There's a beggar girl outside. She could do better.
The girl was brought in. With quiet hands, she dipped the shirt into the water once, and when she lifted it again, it shone white as driven snow.
Here is my true bride.
At that, the troll princess screamed, her long nose twisting like a serpent. The troll queen rose, eyes blazing with fury. She called upon her dark magic, the walls trembling around her, but the power she had bound to cruelty turned upon her instead. The floor split beneath her feet, the air filled with shrieks and thunder as the queen's rage consumed her. She burst into smoke and flame, scattering like ashes in the wind. The long-nosed princess shriveled and vanished along with the other trolls, and the castle groaned as if sighing in death. And with the trolls gone, the curse that bound the prince to the body of a white bear dissolved like frost in sunlight. He was free at last. The prince and his beloved freed the Christian captives, gathered the treasures of gold and silver, and fled as the troll castle crumbled into the sea. Hand in hand they rode toward the dawn, to lands bright and living east of the sun and west of the moon no longer, but home at last, free at last. And so ended the curse, and the kingdom rose from shadow into light once more. East of the sun and west of the moon is more than a fairy tale. It is a journey born from the heart of Norway. It tells of a young woman who refuses to give up, who crosses the ends of the earth driven by love, not fear. Through snowy mountains, deep forests, and the voices of the winds, she faces the ancient magic of nature, the same landscapes and legends that shaped Norwegian culture. This story reminds us that courage can be quiet and hope can be stronger than any curse. What we seek may lie far beyond the horizon, perhaps east of the sun and west of the moon, but the heart will always find its way home.
What did you think of today's story? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to hit like and subscribe for more tales from around the world. If there's a story you'd love to hear next, share it with us below.